This week's Race of the Week is Junior Rotax from Whilton Mill Kart Club. An unpredictable race throughout, with lead changes and an excellent drive through the field from a familiar name. Enjoy this action-packed race.
And we go for a start. 12 minutes plus 1 lap. And we're off and racing. Great start from Thomas Hill, already into second place. So I can assume it was another good start from the pole side of the grid. And Thomas Hill has made the most of that one. Oh, it's all got a bit argy-bargy for third, and it's argy-bargy behind as well. One driver takes to the grass in avoidance, as a few other drivers have a little coming together there. More drivers coming together down at Ashby. Who is that off? The number 21 is off. And rejoining as well was at the 18, potentially of Ellis Snow. It was the 18 of Ellis Snow and the 21 of Victor Hansen. One of the go-karting racing drivers there getting bullied out wide there through Ogers. A couple of drivers slipped through on the exit. Drivers taking off through the new final corner curb. As a mechanical for Harry Freeman. I was right. Harry Freeman on the 78 was the driver who lost that chain guard on the rolling up lap. He's not putting up much of a fight anymore, which is good to see from Harry. Not putting up a fight, not going to get away in the rest of the drivers, just going to get back to the pit lane and park it up. But Harry Freeman started on the front row of the grid for this race. He's going to feel he was on for a potential win. He definitely was. What pace he's shown throughout today. What brilliant racecraft he's shown. But sadly, one of our heavy hitters in this one out before we can even get the race underway. Around the corner, final corner to end lap number 2 of this Junior Max A final. Still Riley Bishop leading Thomas Hill, but Thomas Hill, Alfie Thompson and Oliver Smith in behind were all quicker than Riley Bishop in the lead on that last lap. There is the 78 of Harry Freeman returning to the pits. Gutting for him, no fault of his own. Just one of those freak mechanical issues, because it wasn't even due to stress on the kart. I hate to say, hopefully it wasn't something that the mechanic messed up. Hopefully it was just a freak accident. Or sometimes we have had people forget to reconnect the chain guard properly, and that's not a nice way to end your final. Well then, as I mentioned, Hill, Thompson and Smith were closing on the leader, and they've closed that gap to 0 now as we have less than 10 minutes left to go on the clock. Jack Baker takes the fastest lap, but that's immediately taken by Thomas Bearman in 10th place. First driver into the 47s. Just straddling that top 10 is Thomas Bearman. There's a move from a Thomas though, but it's Thomas Hill down the inside at Ashby. And Thomas Hill takes the lead of the race. Immediately covers off to the inside, not allowing for that immediate re-overtake from Riley Bishop. And Thomas Hill points forward, wants to work together, but Riley Bishop now is under pressure from Thompson and Smith behind. I'm not sure if there is going to be any working together here. Contact warning for Blake Southern as well on that last lap. He just needs to be a little bit careful there in 19th. As drivers following line astern up to Christmas corner. No one jinking out from the train. No one going for any moves, but another fastest lap for Thomas Bearman. This time the drivers around him all on quite similar pace, but I will say all of the drivers near the bottom end of the top 10 almost a second quicker, definitely half a second quicker than the drivers in the top part of the top 10 on that last lap. That bit of battling has held them up somewhat, and drivers closing in. Move for third place. Down the inside goes Oliver Smith. Oliver Smith takes third place away from Alfie Thompson. Then they've got Logan Lauder, Jack Baker, Finley Jones, all for company as well. Oh no, so Oliver Smith had already made the move, sorry. That was Alfie Thompson re-overtaking into the boot. So on the timing, it stayed as it was, but there was an overtake and a re-overtake there on that last lap. That was a late dive to the inside from Charlie Neve. Great move, but round the outside goes the 237 of Finley Jones, and Finley immediately retakes 7th position for himself. And Charlie Neve actually, I think, is getting forced out there down at Ashby. And actually, 2 positions lost. Through goes Devon Nolan. Through goes Thomas Bearman. So initially an overtake for 7th for Charlie Neve. By the end of it, sees them end up in 10th place. Oh, late move for 2nd into the boot there. He managed to back out of that one, did Alfie Thompson. Thompson saw the opportunity there down the inside of Riley Bishop, but Bishop closes the door. And Thompson has to back out of that one. 7 minutes plus 1 lap now in our second to last race of the day here at round 5 of the Whilton Mill Kart Club. Oh, again, late to the inside, too late from Thompson. Thompson needs to think about these moves a little bit more. He was lucky there to not take out Riley Bishop at the apex, but now he's going to get sent by Oliver Smith once again. Smith back to 3rd place, and Smith, of course, then points forward, but Smith makes a little bit of a mistake. Bit slidey into Wilkins. Can't be capitalised upon, though, by the Evolution Racing drivers in behind now of Thompson and Baker. Oh, Baker into the back of Thompson there. That wasn't planned. Teammate on teammate action there into the boot. I think it was only just a gentle kiss of the rear bumper there from Jack Baker. And he should be fine with no nose cone penalty after that one. In behind, though, still Vinnie Jones and Logan Lauder. And of course, Joel Dixon-Cohen, new fastest lap. Where's he got to? Joel Dixon-Cohen is up to P13 in this race. Don't forget, he was the winner of the B final. He started in 31st in this race. Joel Dixon-Cohen is up 18 spots so far in this final. Zach McDonald, Michael Dalton and Lucy Wheeldon were your other drivers who got through from the B final. Zach McDonald up to 23rd already. Michael Dalton up to 20th and Lucy Wheeldon up to 25th. So all of the drivers from the B final pressing on nicely in this A final and getting some extra points for themselves, which is of course great to see. Will Archer there now sets the fastest lap in 9th place. It was good to see Will down at Kart Sim HQ the other day. I think getting in a little bit of practice with the coaches. Clearly that is paying off with a 47.28 for Will Archer on that last lap. Only 100th quicker than Thomas Bearman ahead of him though. So those two working together nicely to try and press up the order. Was that an issue? Wide moment for Riley Bishop, and Riley Bishop's been forced out wide, I'm hearing him here. Sorry, I was too busy looking at the timing screen. I look back over and it's slow round the right-hander for Riley Bishop. He drops down from 2nd to 6th. That's a huge loss for Riley Bishop. He was piling on the pressure to Thomas Hill, but now slips down into the rest of the pack. There was Thomas Bearman, I think going for a move on Logan Lauder, or potentially just trying to fend off from the drivers in behind. It was a move on Logan Lauder. Logan Lauder's been relegated to 8th then. The number 6 of Thomas Bearman finds himself in 7th place, but he wants 6th. It's fitting, giving it his number, and he takes it away from Riley Bishop. So Riley Bishop, after looking to be on for possibly the win, if not definitely a top 3, is dropping out of the top 5 now. P7 for Riley Bishop. As there are the two Evolution Racing drivers still pressuring here. Thomas Hill under pressure of Oliver Smith, then those two Evolution drivers of Alfie Thompson and Jack Baker. Wide moment for the 2-6-1 of Will Archer, that was. Charlie Nees certainly slipping through. Potentially Devon Nolan as well there up at Christmas Corner. 3.5 minutes left to go on the timing screens. And this has been an exciting Junior Max A final so far. A few little upsets. Interesting to see Riley Bishop dropping down ever so slightly. The 38 of Oliver Smith, though, going for the lead. And Thomas Hill has been forced out wide there at the final corner. Through the boot, Thomas Hill gets forced out wide by Oliver Smith. And Oliver Smith takes the lead of the race with only 3 minutes plus 1 lap left to go. Thomas Hill's pointing forward, but no one listens to him. Down the inside go 2, if not 3 drivers, but he fights back. Side by side on the exit. Hill tries to hold on, but he can't do it. Through goes Alfie Thompson. He just about holds on to 4th. And Sebastian Bearman slips through now. As off in the background. Well held, sir. Impressive stuff there for the 157 to hold on to that one. Who was that going off? I think it was actually Dixon-Cohen on the 167. Held onto that slide off of the circuit. And I do believe I got the Bearman name wrong. Apologies, Thomas. Got a little bit excited there. Again, it's kicking off in the Junior Max A final. Oliver Smith now has the lead of the race. Him and Jack Baker have cleared off now with this one. They're a second in the lead of the race. Thomas Hill finds himself stuck behind Alfie Thompson now, though, as they try and press on back towards the two leaders. I think plan of attack now from Smith and Baker is work together. There goes Thomas Bearman down the inside, 2 for the price of 1 for Thomas Bearman, and off in the background. Who's that off in the background? Is that Aiden Large on the 133 maybe? We'll see as they come around to finish the lap who that was. I think it was an X-Kart, if I'm not mistaken. As they all scamper round Sector 3 once more. Thomas Bearman now finds himself in a podium place. Thomas Bearman started P14 in this race, of course, had to fight through on every race from a difficult start. So biggest loser on that lap was Logan Lauder on the 33, down 7 places on that last lap. So he's dropped into P16. 2 places lost for Devon Nolan to P12. 4 places lost for Thomas Hill, down to P8. Just over a minute left to go in this race. Now really, the drivers really want Oliver Smith and Jack Baker to start fighting here. They need him to start fighting. Sebastian Bearman, I killed him, Sebastian again. Sorry, Thomas. Thomas, full eyes ahead now. He's not even thinking about the drivers behind him that he's overtaken, and he's definitely not. New fastest lap for Thomas Bearman. 47 dead for Thomas. Wow, his pace is looking strong. As I mentioned, fought through the pack in Heat 1. Because he didn't set a time in qualifying. Fought through the pack again in Heat 2. There's the move for the lead though. Jack Baker down the inside. That brings Thomas Bearman in. Thomas Bearman to the lead of the race. Thomas Bearman down the inside. Opportunistic move, and he takes it for himself. Unbelievable scenes here in the Junior Max A final. I'm so sorry, Thomas, for calling you Sebastian's name. I really apologise. But what a move from Thomas Bearman. I mean, it's all kicked off. This is what we needed to happen. Time is going to hit 0. Are we going to see the final lap board? Yes, we are. Last lap of the race then in the Junior Max A final. Up to Christmas corner they go once again. What a move from the lead that was for Thomas Bearman. Thomas Bearman went from 3rd to 1st in 1 corner. So opportunistic with the time lost there with Jack Baker going down the inside. He went, thanks a lot, guys. Went round the outside of Jack, down the inside of Alfie. Unbelievable racing between those two. That's the 133 getting chucked out wide, that is. Someone taking to the grass in avoidance, but here comes Thomas Bearman from 14th on the grid. He's going to take the win in the Junior Max A final. Unbelievable race from Thomas Bearman, and deservedly takes maximum points there from the Junior Max A final. Take a bow, Thomas Bearman.